Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or maybe should I say welcome back to my kitchen, because today I'm going to be cooking. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Lucy Clement, a health and wellness consultant, and I'm very passionate about healthy living. Most people agree that our food play a major role on our well-being, and this is why I'm dedicating this channel into looking at healthier ways of cooking. And in today's video, I'm going to be cooking healthier chapatis. And if you have followed me on my Facebook before, you know, like other people in nutrition, we encourage cutting down of wheat. But the truth is that very few people are able to cut out gluten. And I have come up with a way. I mean, this is why I'm looking at ways of making what I would call healthier chapatis. So in my cooking today, for my dinner today, I'll be making chapati with sweet potatoes. So I've got my sweet potatoes here. And sweet potatoes promote productive bacteria in the stomach. So this is something that will be very good for digestion. They are also abundant in vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients. The orange color sweet potato are packed with something called beta carotene, which is great for the skin. They also have anti-cancerous properties. And most people know the benefits of vegetables. According to World Health Organization, we should be eating at least five a day, which is about 400 grams of fruits and vegetables. So in these chapatis, we are going to be having a lot of vegetables, root vegetables. Another thing I'm going to add in my chapati today is the pumpkins, and pumpkins are also loaded with beta carotene and other vitamins. It is an excellent food for aiding weight loss. So most people know that if you're trying to lose weight, you need to be cutting down wheat. And if you're struggling out with cutting down of wheat, adding these vegetables will make a big difference. So pumpkins are also excellent in reducing cholesterol, also are packed with anti-cancerous properties, and they are also a great source of B vitamins. So we are going to be also adding this. Last but not least, we have carrots. I'm also going to be adding carrots. Carrots, when eaten raw, they are high in antiseptic phytochemical compounds that inhibit unfriendly bacteria. So as you can see, all the different root vegetables that I'm going to be adding to my chapati today are good for the gut. They have a lot of anti-cancerous. They have anti-cancerous properties, and that means they will help with the digestive system. So I'm going to go straight on to my Thermomix, and if you're hearing or seeing Thermomix for the first time on this channel, I'm going to be using Thermomix to do different dishes. So Thermomix is an amazing appliance in the kitchen. It helps you replace so many tools in the kitchen because it does almost everything in the kitchen. It comes with a platform that gives you access to 70,000 recipes. And as I have said, Thermomix does almost everything. So here is what we call the Thermomix jug. And that jug comes with a blade, and that blade does all the cutting, it does all the grinding, the blending, the kneading. So it does a lot of things. It also does the cooking, which you're gonna see later, because after my chapati, I'm also going to be cooking some lentils. So I'm going to go straight into first I'll go into the weighing mode, because I want to weigh the vegetables that I'm putting in my chapati. So I'm going to go to the scale. Thermomix comes with a scale that can weigh between 1 gram to 6 kilograms. So I want to put 100 grams of each of the vegetables that I have here. So I've got I'm gonna put 100 grams of carrots. So I put 100 grams of carrots. I'm going to put 100 grams of sweet potatoes. And I'm also going to put 100 grams of my pumpkins. And as I don't know whether you can see this, they also have the seeds with them. The seeds are good source of nutrition. And because the blade here is very powerful, it can crush even the seeds. So I'm going to put about 100 grams of this. And then I will go straight, just a little bit less. And I will go straight now into what I call the blending mode. And I'm going to blend all this for 30 seconds. When Thermomix finishes the job, it gives you that beautiful music to tell you it's done. And I just need to tap on the screen and I will show you what I have now. So I have my blended mixture of raw sweet potato, raw carrots, and raw pumpkins. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add my chapati flour here, and I'm going to go into the, as I said, Cookie Dough. Thermomix comes with a platform called Cookie Dough, and Cookie Dough has 70,000 recipes. And if I go to the Cookie Dough now, I'm able to go to chapati recipe, and I'm going to cook my chapati recipe, which I have altered a little bit by adding the vegetables. So for someone who just have the Thermomix, they would just be using the flour, but I have altered my recipe to make my chapatis a little bit more healthier. So if there's a button here that tells me start cooking, and it's asking me to add 250 grams of chapati flour. Instead of 250, I'm going to add I'm going to double my ingredients because I want to make a little bit more chapatis. So I'm going to put 500 of this. 500 of I've got 500. I'll just take a little bit out. So I've got 499. So I've got 499, and then there's a button here that says next, and I'm going to, it says close, put the lid. And then when I click next, it's going to be softened to heat up the flour to make the dough soft, and that is going to take 1 minute. The softening of the flour is done, so my music is back on. So if I click next, it's asking me to put 170 grams of water. And because I have done this chapati before, I'm gonna put just a little bit less water, and that is because I have my root vegetables and the pumpkins. They have some water in them. So instead, I'm going to put about 120 grams of water. Just about right. Next, 10 grams of vegetable oil, and this is going to be double because I doubled my ingredients. As I said, Thermomix has a scale, a very sensitive scale that can weigh between 1 gram to 6 kilograms. If I click next, it's going to ask for 1 teaspoon of salt. So instead of 1, I'm going to put 2. And next, it's asking me to insert the mixing bowl. And what is happening now, there's a button here, the button that for spinning the blade, and that will now be doing the kneading. So before, when I was blending, it was crushing down the vegetables, but now that the mode is going to change and it's going to be doing the kneading. So if I turn the button, it is going to start the kneading, and the kneading will take 4 minutes. And there's a button here. If I click on the button, it says preview. It tells me what is happening next. So if I click on preview, it's going to ask me to pour the dough on the surface and just make a ball out of it. So I'm just going to give this another 3 minutes for the kneading to be done. My kneading is done. The music has come. Let's go and see the dough. So as you can see, my dough is all ready now. It's very nice and soft. And if I click the next button, it says tip the dough onto the wax surface and bring together into a ball. So I'm gonna, sorry you can't see this, but I'm gonna tip it out. I'm gonna remove my dough. It's nice and soft. It's a little bit warm, so the warmth also helps. So, and I'm going to roll it into a ball. And then the next thing is going to say place in a bowl and cover with the cling film. So my dough is already nice and soft dough. I'm going to put it inside this my bowl, and it says cover with a cling film, but instead I'm going to use a damp cloth, so that helps the dough to get even more softer. So I'm gonna give it 30 minutes. So I'm gonna leave it there. So in the meantime, I'm going to clean my jug. The Thermomix has a cleaning function, but it takes about 8 minutes. So instead of letting Thermomix do the cleaning, I'm going to rinse my jug because it's only a little bit left, little amount of dough that is left. So I'm gonna go and do the cleaning now. My jug is all nice and clean now. I'll give it a bit of drying. I'll dry it a little bit just to make sure it's ready for the next dish. So while my flour is resting, sorry, I'll just turn my tap off. While my flour is resting, I'm going to make my stew, and this is going to be a lentil soup, lentil and red pepper soup. So if I go to my cookie dough again, I'm able to see this recipe, and I'm gonna do step-by-step cooking. So Thermomix gives you step-by-step guide on how to cook the dishes. So there's a button there that says start cooking. You're about to start a new recipe. Yes, I'm going to start a new recipe. And the first thing, it's asking me to put 150 grams. So a lot of vegetables will go into my cooking as well. Just to mention a few things that I'm going to use in my lentil soup is peppers. So I'm gonna add the peppers. Peppers are loaded with vitamin C, and it's as much as 6 times as orange. So peppers are a great source of vitamin C, also rich in vitamin A and beta carotene, which help boost the immune system. It improves vision and protects the eyes against cataracts. Also a great source of fiber. So if you're looking into losing weight, these peppers are great. Excellent for lowering your cholesterol. And something else that I'm going to be adding to my lentil soup is swede. And swede is another root vegetable, which is an excellent source of vitamins and nutrients. So as you can see in this cooking, there's a lot of different vegetables. A lot of root vegetables are very good source of vitamins and nutrients, because they get this from the soil, from the ground. So I'm going to go straight in cooking, and the first step, it says add 150 grams of red onions. So I've got my red onions cut into what we call quarters, and as you can see, there's quite a good amount of the onions going into the soup. Next, it's 1 garlic clove. So I've got my garlic clove there. Next is 150 grams of carrots. So I've got my carrots here. We had plenty of carrots in the chapati. And now we are going to have a lot of carrots in the carrots in the lentil soup. So I need 150 grams here. So that is just over 150. Next is 120 grams of sweet. So probably everything is gonna go in here. Yeah, I've got that. Next is 300 grams of red peppers cut in pieces. And I'm gonna put 300 in here. Yes, everything is 299, that one is. Next, 30 grams of olive oil. So I'm going to add my olive oil. So you don't have to worry about the measurements because Thermomix is doing the weighing for you, and this also guarantees the taste of the food, because you find sometimes when you're cooking in the family, different people will have different taste of food. So some people will say, oh, I love my mom's lentil soup, I love my mom's chapati. But with Thermomix, anybody can make any dish they wish. So there's a button here that says next, and now I'm going to turn the knob to speed number 5, and it's going to take 5 seconds to mix and chop the vegetables. All done. We are going to open and see how my vegetables look now. So those are my vegetables all chopped together. I have the carrots, I have the peppers, I have the sweet, I have the onions, I have the garlic. So all good nutrition going into my lentil soup. Next, it's asking me to leave the measuring cup in. And now it's asking me to turn the speed of the blade to number 1. And it's going to be cooking these vegetables for 5 minutes at 120 degrees. I don't know, you might be able to see this color here. You can see green color is to mean that whatever is going on in Thermomix is cold, but that is going to change in a minute while the cooking actually starts taking place. So I'm going to turn my knob to speed number 1, and it will start the cooking. And this will take this is going to take 5 minutes. The first part of the cooking of my onion and the other vegetables is done. So if I click next, it's asking me to add 1 teaspoon of cumin. So I've got my cumin here with me. So if you're a little bit like me, sometimes you wonder which are the best spices for which food. Thermomix does all that for you. You don't have to think, oh, what spices do we need for the rice? So Thermomix has all the spices for you. And this will also need 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. So I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Next is 3/4 spoon of sea salt. I'll just grab my sea salt. 3/4 of sea salt I need in there. Next, I need a pinch of ground black pepper. Next is 180 grams of red lentils. So these are the lentils I'm using in my cooking today. It's the red lentils. They've just been rinsed. So I need about 180 grams. So I'm gonna add them there. That's my lentils. Next is I need 900 grams of vegetable stock. And vegetable stock for the people from Kenya is something like Royco, and here we have what we call vegetable stock paste, and this is like homemade Royco. So I have the recipe on Thermomix, and I've used the recipe to make my own vegetable stock. And this stock has things like courgette, celery, carrots, so all from vegetables, and a bit of and salt. So you get to know what is going in your food. So the whole idea here is promoting healthy eating by being in charge of what is actually going in your plate, what is going in your pot, what ends up in your plate, and that ends up in your body. So it's about empowering ourselves to be able to be in charge really of what is going inside our bodies. So it's asking me to add 900 grams of vegetable stock, and for me to make 900 grams of vegetable stock, I just need to put 900 grams of water, and that goes with 2 teaspoons of my vegetable stock. So that is how I make my vegetable stock paste. Use vegetable stock with using vegetable stock paste. So this is the paste that you use in to make the soup, instead of using different seasoning, different herbs. Most people nowadays are very careful about on what is going inside their food. So if I click next, it's asking me to close the Thermomix, and next it's asking me to turn the speed to 0.5, and it's now going to, I hope you can see the knobs have turned red. Before they were green, now it's red, to mean what is happening now. It's actually a hot dish going on, and now it's going to cook the lentil soup for 25 minutes, and that will be at 100 degrees centigrade. So I'm just going to turn my knob, and we are going to give this 25 minutes for the soup to be done. So during this time, I'll go ahead and check what is happening with my dough. We needed to give it 30 minutes. I need to go and check now and see what's happening. My dough is all nice and ready now. It's nice and soft, and I'll go and start making my chapatis. So while my lentil is cooking, I'll go ahead and start making my chapatis. So as you can see, Thermomix saves you time. If you're somebody who is rushing, who has a busy schedule, you come home and you're wondering, maybe I need to do takeaway. Thermomix is going to save you money from takeaways, because one thing, if you test Thermomix, the meals from Thermomix, you'll think twice before going for a takeaway. It also saves time, because during this time it's cooking another meal and I'm already working on on the chapatis. So I'm sorry you can't see what I'm doing now, but my dough is very nice and soft. It's got a beautiful orange color, you know, because of all the sweet potatoes, the carrots, and the pumpkin. So highly nutritious chapatis. I've got a friend who says to me, at the end of the day, Lucy, there is wheat in it, and I agree. There's still wheat in our chapatis, and it is great for people who can cut out chapatis. And I've tried to cut out chapatis, and I've managed to cut out chapati for a good amount of time. But I do understand this is not something that everybody can do. So a lot of people are going to struggle to cut out. And if you're going to struggle to cut out chapati from your diet, then we can help you make healthier chapatis. And this is what my channel is all about: helping people enjoy good food, which is as healthy as possible, you know. So if we can make our food as healthy, as tastier as possible, we can be a little bit more in charge of our health. I saw a quote somewhere saying, if junk food actually tasted like junk, most people would stay away from it. And the truth is, because junk food has a lot of a lot of things added to the food which makes it taste nice, but we all know that junk food has almost zero nutrition, and every time you're hungry, it's the body asking for nutrients. So when you feel hungry, the body is asking for nutrients. The body does not stop to ask for nutrients, and that's why you find if you're someone who likes to go for a packet of crisps, you will have that crisps, but you'll packet of crisps, and you'll end up looking for another one because the body does not stop asking for nutrients, and this is how we end up overeating. But if you eat something, when you feel hungry and you reach out for an apple, once you've eaten one apple or two, the body gets to realize, oh, I've got the nutrients I was asking, and it stops asking and craving for nutrients. But that does not happen when you're eating a junk food. When you're eating a packet of crisps, you would sit there and keep eating because the body is asking for nutrients which are lacking. So if you're somebody who loves chapati, and I know a lot of people, a lot of Kenyans, where I come from, and a lot of Asian communities like Pakistanis, they love their chapatis. So if you have your chapati with all these different vegetables, that means your chapati is giving you the nutrients your body craves, and that means it's going to, your body will stop asking for a lot of food, and this will also help with weight loss. Sorry, when you're watching the cooking, sorry you cannot taste, but these are very, very nutritious, very tasty chapatis. As you saw when I was adding in the Thermomix, I put very little amount of oil. So the most of the foods you get out there, it's nice and tasty because it has a lot of salt, it has a lot of oil, it has a lot of different seasoning. So with this food, as you can see, we have just used natural spices, which is great. So I'll just carry on cooking the chapati while we wait for my lentil soup. So as you can see, my chapatis are going good here. This is my first lot of chapati, and I like to cook my chapatis with coconut oil. Coconut oil is best for cooking. So when I finished uni, I did a short course on cooking. That was in a place called Limuru in Kenya, and that's where I learned how to do chapatis. But then we just learned how to do the basic chapatis, and now I've just learned how to make them more nutritious. So there we go, my chapati is coming out well. So my chapatis are going good here. I've got 5 chapatis cooking. So I am not patient to cook 1 chapati at a time. I cook 5 chapati at a time. It speeds up my cooking. Nobody likes to spend hours standing in the kitchen. So the beauty of Thermomix is that it does all the kneading, and that is where a lot of people struggle with. I've had a lot of people say, oh Lucy, I don't know how to cook chapatis, and I'm just thinking the main thing is the kneading. Once your kneading is done, if you have your chapati dough ready, anybody can do this part. What I'm doing now, this is an easy part. So getting a soft dough is the work of Thermomix, and that is where a lot of people struggle with. That's where a lot of people need help. And in our case, we have added raw vegetables, so it would take a lot of time to grate the carrots, to do the butternut squash or your pumpkin. That would be very tricky. A lot of people, before Thermomix, I used to cook that first. And this, with my chapatis now, I have used all these raw vegetables. And most people now are getting to know the benefits of eating raw. So here, it's almost like you're eating these root vegetables raw, because they're not pre-cooked. They're only cooking like in a few minutes. They're only taking a few minutes or seconds on the pan. So you're eating almost raw vegetables when it comes to these root vegetables that we added in our chapati. So it becomes more nutritious and more healthier. As we said, most of these the vegetables that I've added here, they get their color from something we call beta carotene. And that is an amazing antioxidant, great for fighting disease, boosting your immune system. Got a lot of got cancer fighting properties, so which is very good. Is amazing. I've met people who literally eat chapati every day of their life, and if you're that kind of a person, and everywhere people are talking about cutting down wheat, it is a good idea if you start by reducing the content of your wheat by adding these different vegetables. Yeah, so I'm almost done with my chapati, and I've got 5 more minutes on my lentils, so everything is coming up well. So please, if you want to know more about Thermomix, subscribe to the channel so that you get to see more of the videos. I do purpose to do videos every Friday. Every Friday I purpose to do a video, and yeah, please subscribe so that you get to see what I'm doing, to see what I'm cooking, because I will be cooking a different dish every Friday. As I said, Thermomix comes with 70,000 different recipes, so we are spoiled for choice. I'll be doing gluten-free baking very soon. Very soon I'm going to bake gluten-free cake. I'm going to bake gluten-free bread. So all that, if you don't want to miss out on that, subscribe to the channel. Give me a like and comment on the channel as well. Let me know if there's a dish you want me to try. If there's something you want me to try to cook on Thermomix, I'll see if it's possible, because what happens is that although Thermomix comes with its own recipes, you can actually create your own recipes and cook them on Thermomix. So do leave me a comment and let me know what you want to see in my kitchen. If you want me to try a different dish, I'll be cooking different types of chicken. Thermomix has different types of fish. So I'm going to be cooking all sorts of dishes to give people an idea of what this amazing technology is capable of doing. So my chapatis are all ready now. So the cooking of my chapati is done. My pan is hot. I've got my chapatis ready for the family. I just want to bring them closer and show you. So that is my chapatis, a little bit hot. As you can see, the color is nice, and that is because of the vegetables that I added. So we got just I've just finished my chapati in good time. Just 3 more minutes and my lentil soup will be ready. Let's see what's going on. Finally, our cooking is done. The music says that my lentil soup is done. Let's find out how it's going. So it is very hot. Thermomix comes with this spatula that I can use for stirring my food. And because I can't bend it well enough for you to see, I'm going to put it in this bowl. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can. And this will give you an idea of my soup. So highly nutritious soup over here, loaded with red peppers, a lot of red peppers, a lot of carrots and the lentils, and a lot of onions with different spices. So no seasoning. Most people are getting to know that seasoning are not great for us. There are things added there that the body is not able to eliminate. Our food has a lot of most of the ingredients we put in our food are things that the body is able to eliminate. Gluten, I know this is debatable. Wheat is not very good for the digestive system, but we've tried to add other things that will help. But most of the other things are good for the digestive system, because a lot of people nowadays are struggling with constipation. A lot of people are not able to pass down their digestive system. Everything is not going how it's supposed to be. And this is why I've decided to do this video. These videos, to have this channel whereby we can look at our food and see how can we improve our food. Because if we don't make changes to how we eat, it does not matter what we do. I've been in health and wellness industry for a long time. People can spend hundreds on supplements. I've worked with different health machines, but we need to get to the bottom line, and that is our food. We have to go to the basis. Our diet need to be addressed, and this is what I'm dedicating this channel to do. I'm going to give it my all to look at healthier dishes, ways in which we can enjoy our food and still make sure that food is nutritious. Once again, thank you for visiting my channel, for watching my video. If you do find value in my videos, please share with your friends. Subscribe to my channel, comment if you will, and remember to press the notification button so you get to know when I upload a new video. Until I see you in my next video, God bless you and bye-bye.